Hey everyone, this is One Spittin' with another Warhammer Fantasy battle report. These are my Bretonnians versus the Christmas Dark Elf army. If you follow my reports, you've seen me play this guy before, and his army is very, very slowly getting painted. But I just can't say much. I love when people customize an army like this. And his executioner unit he has cut off all the great weapons and replaced them with candy canes, and I find it simply hilarious. So anyway, we're playing a Blood and Gory campaign. He's got Dark Riders here on the left, Bolt Thrower, 40 Corsairs with a level 4 Sorceress, 20 Executioners with a Master BSB, 20 Blackguard with a level 2 Sorceress. There's a Cauldron of Blood behind it, Hydra, Dark Riders, Coldwind Chariot. So when you're looking down my lines, I certainly don't remember. It's hard to figure out what I was thinking here, but basically, I wanted to try out a big bus of Knights of the Realm. So this list has no Lord level characters. I have 2 Paladins, one's a General, one's a Battle Standard Bearer, and I've got 2 level 2 Damsels, one on a horse with Lore of Life, one on foot with Lore of Beasts. So I have a 14-man Knight of the Realm unit with a whole bunch of proxies in there because I just don't have enough Knights of the Realm, with my General and my Damsel, so it's 16 strong and it won't fit anywhere on my side. And there's enough terrain that's making me, it's limiting me even more. So eventually I decided that I would just turn it as you see it behind my archers, come up behind the men-at-arms, and I'll find a way to get them into combat. Men-at-arms can just flee a charge, go right through my knights and open my knights up to countercharge. So, something like that, I don't know, but that's the weird thing I've got going on. So I told you what I have with those knights. I've got the archers, men-at-arms with spears. There's 36 of them, and I gave them spears just because that's how they're modeled. And why not? I've got 45 men-at-arms with halberds with another damsel. And here on my left, Pegasus Knights, 2 tray buckets, unit of archers, another unit of Knights of the Realm with my Battle Standard Bearer, and then Knights of the Realm with the Errantry Banner. So his Vanguard movement on my right, his Vanguard movement on my left, and my Vanguard movement. So, Dark Elf turn 1, not a whole lot to report. His Coldwind Chariot suffered from stupidity, and is kind of stuck out there doing nothing. With their inability to march, I think it's risky to put a chariot on your flank like that. So now it's going to take him, some extra time to get into where he can influence things. Not sure his reasons for it. He probably had a good one. I just probably wouldn't put a chariot on my flank like that. He's definitely concerned about these archers. He's during his magic phase, he's gonna focus on them, get their ballistic skill down to 1. He has his fast cav up there shooting at him. He's worried that I'm going to shoot his Hydra and take away its regen and then drop a rock on the Hydra, which I think is a pretty fair assumption. Now here it looks kind of confusing too, but basically he did not want his executioners tied up with my men-at-arms while his Corsairs had to fight all my knights that are on my left flank, because he's seen my knights chew through Corsairs, and the executioners have killing blows. So, just when we were deploying, he deployed his before I put those knights down, and so he's trying to crisscross his units to get favorable matchups. Otherwise, just different views of the board, and we go to Brett turn 1. So I took my men-at-arms, they charged the Dark Riders, which totally caught him by surprise. I'm not sure why, though. I mean, I could see them, and it was a good way just to get them out of there. I had no intention of shooting at them with my archers because I don't care about them. I care about that Hydra. So I redirected my men-at-arms at the Hydra, knowing I'd probably fail the charge, and I did fail the charge, but I didn't want them sitting with their flank to the Hydra should I not be able to kill it. Otherwise, I moved my men-at-arms up, as you can see. Not too aggressively, obviously. During his magic phase, he lowered his Pegasus Knight's toughness to 1, and so I didn't want to charge in there because I think, with all his attacks at rerollable hits, it would have been too easy for him to wound me, and I just didn't want to take the chance on it. And I wasn't in a hurry on this side of the board, so I think I'm okay. I'm just going to plant them in front of his guys. Taking my Battle Standard Bearer Knight of the Realm unit up, I have no intention of engaging that Executioner unit if I can help it. Certainly not in the front. So I'm kind of hoping that my men-at-arms unit can get up there and engage them and allow me to get a flank attack, or at least something like that. So during the shooting phase, even with ballistic skill 1, I was able to get a couple hits on the Hydra, and one actually wounded him and got past his armor save. So after that, I dropped a trebuchet in his head and rolled a 5 for wounds, and Hydra's dead. So I thought that was fortunate. Dark Elf turn 2 is Dark Riders rally and come around my flank, potentially causing problems. He moves up, as you can see. If you look at that blue star, his level 2 sorceress cast a spell during the magic phase and miscast or irresistible force, whatever, rolled a 10 and lost D3 magic levels, and she is now no longer a wizard. So I thought that was very fortunate. Over on this side is Dark Riders charge my Pegasus Knights. There you can see he's done his crisscross and he's got his battle line formed up. After combat, my Pegasus Knights tore through his Dark Riders, and now they're set up where they can see and pretty easily reach the flank of his Executioners. And that's actually pretty good for me, I think, because his killing blow won't affect monstrous cavalry. And between all the human attacks, the Pegasus Knight attacks, the stomp attacks, I'm hoping I can get enough wounds just to hold that unit up for a while. And if I can just hold them up with my Pegasus Knights and move my Battle Standard Bearers unit past them and maybe break the Corsair unit and move on through, that would be very good. So Brett turn 2, if you look at the top left, that's my Pegasus Knights charging the flank of the Executioners. My Men-at-Arms I did not charge in because I thought it'd be better just to get close to where he couldn't charge past me into my Knights and otherwise stay back so that I can drop rocks on him and try to take one or both of those units down. If you look in the lower right, my archers reformed and are facing his Dark Riders that are around the corner, so I can shoot at them. And that is just what you can see. So during my magic phase, if you follow my battle reports, you know that whenever I get the chance to turn my level 2 into a dragon, I can't help it. I have to try it. I've wanted so badly, especially playing Elves, to turn her into a big dragon, have him breathe on those squishy little things, get in combat with them, and just tear through them. Well, she got that spell this game. I threw 5 or 6 dice at it, got it with irresistible force, and when she rolled her miscast, she got the same thing that happened to his level 2. She lost D3 magic levels. She's no longer a wizard. Ergo, the dragon goes away. The powers that be that govern the world of Warhammer do not want me to ever get that spell to go off and actually be able to use it. Grr. So I just threw rocks at him. I killed 3/4 of his Blackguard unit. I killed almost half of his Corsairs. They failed their panic test and run away. It looks like they're facing the woods. They're not. That's just how I put the unit there. The Pegasus Knights do okay. They didn't kill as many as I had hoped, but we're all held up in combat there. And over here, I killed a couple Dark Riders, but but he passes his panic test. Now I'll forget about it later. But what happens on his turn is he declares a charge by his Dark Riders into my guys. I kill 2 of them with my stand and shoot, and the other one fails its panic test and runs away, and you never hear from him again. So I thought that was nice. This is okay. We should back up just a little bit. This is not Brett turn 2. This is Dark Elf turn 3. He declared a charge, and I did a stand and shoot and killed 2, but he failed his charge distance. And then on my next turn, I shoot him, and he runs away and all that. Okay, so the Blackguard and the Coldwind Chariot get into the fight with my Men-at-Arms. I'm pretty happy with that. The one advantage of Spears is when you're going against Toughness 3 Elves, he can kill a bunch of me, but I'm still going to get 16 attacks back against the Blackguard and have a chance of just, in a turn or two, wiping them out completely.